Folks, today I would like to talk to you about something extremely important. If you understand what I'm talking about in this video, you will understand everything that I've been talking in earlier videos. Almost everybody is asking, why is it this God, whatever it is, created this world of life and death? Why shouldn't he, she, or it create a life which lives everlastingly, forever? Why is it that the ascetic, the monks who go after God, who go after silence, end up creating chaos, creating a situation or a state where there is no silence? All those folks, famous gurus, who tried to bring unity among people, end up creating a group of their own, dividing those in the group and those who are not in the group. This is an extremely important question. Let's find out the answer. To understand this, you need to understand the concept of time. Time is based on the change. If there is no change, there is no time. You will agree with me. Everyone understands this. Whenever there is a change, there is a beginning of the change and there is an end of the change. To go from the beginning to the end, the starting point to the end point requires time. That's how one understands time. So every created being has the energy inside them to recognize the difference between the starting point and the end point. It is this mechanism which is based on the energy system inside you. You end up being aware of time. You end up taking the effort to the end point from the starting point. Just for example, just for the understanding temporarily, suppose you don't have the system in you to understand or recognize the difference between the starting point and end point. Then you cannot recognize, you will not be able to recognize the change, and there won't be any time. Put it differently, suppose you do not have the system in you, the witness, to recognize life and death, the difference between life and death, suffering and happiness. Then there will be something unknown to all human beings. Let me put it differently, a little bit more scientifically. You all read this notion of entropy. That is, whenever there is a system with total order, that system will break, will go into disorder. The reason is to maintain that order, perfect order, total order, you need an energy. And the system which has the total order, there is no energy to maintain it. That's why it will always end up breaking into disorder. When there is a disorder, there is always energy to bring about order. That's how the system whose basis is the energy goes from disorder to order and order to disorder, from life to death, from death to life. How is it possible to be something, whatever it is, that does not recognize the beginning and the end, the life and death, suffering and happiness, disorder and order? How is it possible? Is that possible at all? This is the most important point. If you take any effort to grow from one state to another state, you are caught, you are trapped in the system of energy or Shakti. If you understand, this is an important point, if you understand any effort you take to go from beginning to the end, from suffering to happiness, you will be always caught up in this system of energy. And if you really understand this, you will transcend the opposite. The critical word is understand. That understanding is very passive in the sense you cannot take any effort. If you recognize this effortlessly, then you will transcend the system. This is what is represented or talked about as Nirvana. I was talking to you about a symbol that I experienced, and that is there is a point, there is an inner circle around that point. There is an outside circle, outside that inner circle, and there are 8 spokes: horizontal, vertical, and going from the one side from the other, between the horizontal and the vertical, and also the other side. So totally 8 spokes with perfect balance. That is, any effort to go in the direction of north, if it is balanced by the effort to go south, there is no energy to go either north or south. The same way, left or right, or in any direction. That is the state in which you go beyond this system of energy. You will escape. I won't use the word escape. You will be out of the system of energy, Shakti. By the way, this symbol of 8 spokes is also the symbol of Hindu tradition called Ashtalingam, that is, the lingam in all 8 directions. And that is a state, the innermost state point, which is completely balanced in every direction, which has no effort. Is a state of, or I won't call that as a state, is the unknown, eternal unknown. I use the word eternal unknown because if I said unknown, it's just the opposite of known. But to be the eternal unknown, you have to be out of the system of energy. That's what I have been saying, and that's what I've been saying right from the beginning. You are. That's why I said in the previous video, the created will go on forever. Whenever the so-called Satya Yuga, where there is perfect understanding among people is, there will be always some will be created which will not be in the state of perfect understanding. That will bring so-called Kali Yuga, which will again, Kali Yuga is a kind of a system which is total disorder. That will again result in what's called in Hindu tradition Satya Yuga. And this will go on forever. That's what I said in the previous video. Folks, that's what I want to talk to you today. I'll talk to you soon. another important topic.